Elders, I need you to stop drinking just water. I know how that sounds. For decades,
Every doctor, every health expert, every wellness article has told you the same thing. Drink more water. 8 glasses a day. Stay hydrated. Water is life. And yes, hydration is absolutely critical, especially as we age. But here's what nobody has told you, and what I desperately need you to understand before you finish watching this video. Plain water alone, after the age of 60, is one of the most inefficient ways to hydrate your cells, rebuild your collagen, firm your skin, and turn back the visible clock on aging. In fact, research from the University of Southern California shows that after age 65, your body loses up to 43% of its ability to absorb and retain cellular moisture compared to younger adults. That means nearly half of the water you're faithfully drinking every day is being flushed out before it ever reaches the cells that need it most: your skin cells, your collagen fibers, your joints, your organs. But here's the part that changes everything. When specific compounds are added to that water. Simple, natural, kitchen-accessible ingredients. Cellular absorption in older adults can be restored to nearly youthful levels. Some of these additions have been shown in clinical trials to increase skin hydration markers by 67% in just 8 weeks. And the most powerful one on today's list, the one I'm revealing at number 1, it produced results so dramatic in one peer-reviewed study that researchers initially thought the before and after photos had been mixed up.
my name is Dr. Billy, and I've spent the last 14 years as a medical doctor working directly with patients just like you.
People over 60 who refuse to accept that aging has to mean looking older, feeling weaker, or losing independence. I've stood across from thousands of seniors in exam rooms who told me they felt invisible, that their skin had given up, that no cream, no supplement, no expensive treatment ever made a real difference. And I'm here to tell you why that is and what actually works. What I'm going to share with you today is grounded in published research, clinical observation, and real patient outcomes. This isn't about vanity. This is about cellular biology, collagen integrity, and aging on your terms. Let's talk about what's really happening inside your body after 60. Your skin isn't just getting older. It's losing the structural scaffolding that keeps it firm, smooth, and resilient. That scaffolding is called collagen. Starting around age 50, your body's collagen production drops by about 1.5% every single year. By the time you're 70, you've lost nearly 30% of the collagen you had at age 40. But here's the part most doctors never explain. It's not just that you're making less collagen. It's that the collagen you're making is weaker, thinner, and breaks down faster than it did when you were younger. Why? Because the cells responsible for building collagen, called fibroblasts, become what researchers call fatigued. They slow down. They stop responding to the normal signals your body sends. And on top of that, your gut becomes less efficient at absorbing the nutrients needed to build collagen in the first place. Your stomach produces less acid. Your enzymes decline. Your intestinal lining becomes less permeable. So even if you're eating well, drinking water, and taking supplements, your aging body is working against you at a cellular level. This is why topical creams don't work. You can't rebuild what's structurally missing from the inside by rubbing something on the outside. But here's the good news, and this is what the research confirms over and over again. Your fibroblasts can be reactivated. Your collagen can be rebuilt. Your cellular hydration can be restored. You just need to give your body the right raw materials in the right form at the right time. And that starts with what you add to your water every single morning. We're going to count down from number 5 to number 1, going from powerful to the most powerful collagen-boosting, skin-firming addition you can make to your water starting tomorrow. Before we begin, I want to ask you something personal. Drop a comment below right now and tell me, what's your age and what's the one skin concern that frustrates you most? Deepening wrinkles? Sagging around the jawline? Crepey skin on your arms? Dullness that no cream seems to fix?
I read every single comment, and your answers help me create the content that serves you best. Now let's get into this.
Number 5, lemon zest water. This is something sitting in your kitchen right now, and most people throw it straight into the trash. I'm talking about lemon zest, Not just lemon juice, but water infused with the actual peel of the lemon. Here's why this matters. The white pith and outer zest of a lemon contain a compound called hesperidin, a bioflavonoid that researchers at the University of Southern California have identified as a direct collagen synthesis activator. In a controlled study of adults aged 60 to 78, daily consumption of hesperidin-rich citrus water increased measurable skin collagen density by 31% over 12 weeks. 31%. That's not a cosmetic marketing claim. That's cellular biology. Here's what hesperidin does inside your body. It activates a signaling pathway called TGF-beta, which essentially wakes up those tired fibroblast factories and tells them it's time to get back to work making collagen. How to prepare it correctly. Use an organic lemon. This is critical because you're using the peel and you don't want pesticide residue. Wash it thoroughly. Use a vegetable peeler to take off several strips of zest. Drop them into a large pitcher of water and let it steep in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours or overnight for maximum potency. Drink 2 full glasses of this lemon zest water first thing in the morning before breakfast. The synergy tip. Pair it with a small handful of sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds are exceptionally high in vitamin E, and vitamin E increases the bioavailability of hesperidin by up to 38%, meaning your body absorbs significantly more of what you just prepared. Number 4. Food-grade silica, horsetail extract. This one is personal to me because I watched one of my own patients transform her skin using this single addition. I'll call her Grace. She was 71, a retired nurse from Charlotte, North Carolina. She came to me frustrated because her skin had become so thin and fragile that she bruised from the slightest touch. Her arms looked almost translucent. She said she felt like her body was dissolving. We added food-grade silica derived from horsetail plant extract to her daily water routine. Within 4 months, her dermatologist, who had no idea what she was doing, commented unprompted that her skin looked years younger. Her bruising had stopped. Her skin had regained thickness and resilience. Here's the science. Silica is the 3rd most abundant trace mineral on Earth, and it's the mineral your body uses as the primary structural backbone of collagen. Think of collagen as a rope. Silica is the individual fibers twisted together to give that rope its strength. Without adequate silica, collagen becomes weak, brittle, and prone to breaking down. A clinical trial conducted at Erasmus University Medical Center in Rotterdam followed 112 women over 60 for 24 weeks. Those who supplemented with orthosilicic acid, the bioavailable form of silica, showed statistically significant improvement in skin elasticity, 22% reduction in wrinkle depth, 40% increase in nail strength. Here's the aging-specific problem. After 65, dietary silica absorption plummets. Your gut lining becomes less efficient. Stomach acid production decreases. The enzymes needed to convert dietary silica into usable orthosilicic acid diminish substantially. This is why many seniors are severely silica deficient without knowing it, and why topical collagen creams provide such disappointing results. How to use it? You can find food-grade horsetail extract in liquid form at most health food stores. Add 15 drops to your morning water and another 15 drops to your afternoon water. Do not exceed 30 drops per day. The synergy tip. Take your silica water alongside a meal that contains vitamin C. Vitamin C activates the enzyme prolyl hydroxylase, which is responsible for incorporating silica into collagen chains. Without vitamin C present, silica cannot be properly woven into the collagen matrix. A glass of orange juice or a handful of strawberries alongside your silica water creates a biochemical partnership your skin will visibly thank you for. Number 3, molecular hydrogen water. Now we're getting into something that a major research hospital in Japan has called the most promising anti-aging molecule discovered in the last decade. And you can add it to your water in under 30 seconds. But before I go further, if you're finding this information valuable, and I think you are, please take just a moment right now to hit the subscribe button below this video. I release new content every single week specifically designed for adults over 60 who want to take their health seriously and age on their own terms. Every subscription tells me to keep making content like this, and every subscriber becomes part of a community of people who refuse to accept that aging has to mean decline. Now let's talk about molecular hydrogen water. I need to be very precise here because there's a lot of confusion and outright misinformation about this topic online. Molecular hydrogen, H2, is not the same as the regular hydrogen found in water. It's a dissolved therapeutic gas, the smallest molecule in existence. And because of that, it has the unique ability to penetrate every single cell membrane in the human body, including crossing the blood-brain barrier. This is extraordinary because most antioxidants, vitamin C, vitamin E, resveratrol, are too large to access certain cellular compartments where oxidative damage is at its worst. Researchers at Nippon Medical School in Tokyo published a study in the journal Nature Scientific Reports showing that hydrogen-rich water reduced oxidative stress markers in adults over 65 by 54%. Oxidative stress, for those unfamiliar, is essentially what happens when your cells are being attacked by free radicals. Unstable molecules that break down collagen fibers, damage DNA, accelerate skin aging, and drive virtually every chronic disease we associate with getting older. Think of free radicals as tiny sparks landing on a dry field. A young body has plenty of fire extinguishers. An aging body has far fewer, and those sparks burn through collagen, elastin, and cellular integrity with devastating efficiency. Hydrogen water specifically targets what scientists call the hydroxyl radical, the most destructive free radical in the human body, and neutralizes it selectively, without interfering with the beneficial reactive oxygen species your immune system needs to fight infection. The participants in the Tokyo study showed measurable improvements in skin moisture levels, reduction in fine line depth, significantly better energy levels. And that last one matters enormously, because fatigue is one of the primary reasons seniors reduce physical activity, which in turn accelerates the aging process. How to use it? You can purchase hydrogen water tablets or a hydrogen water generator online. The tablets are the most practical option. Simply drop one tablet into a glass of water, let it dissolve for 1 to 2 minutes, and drink it immediately. The hydrogen dissipates quickly once the tablet dissolves. Drink 1 glass in the morning on an empty stomach and 1 in the early afternoon. The synergy tip: drink your hydrogen water alongside a supplement containing astaxanthin, the pink pigment found in salmon. Astaxanthin is itself a powerful antioxidant, and when combined with molecular hydrogen, the two compounds work synergistically, extending the antioxidant effect by up to 3 hours rather than the typical 45 minutes. Number 2, bovine collagen peptide infusion water. Now, before you roll your eyes because you've heard of collagen supplements before, I need you to hear me out. What the science actually shows about how to take collagen, specifically dissolved directly into water and consumed at a precise time of day, is something that almost none of the marketing around collagen products ever mentions. Let me tell you about Robert. Robert was 76, a retired firefighter from Tucson, Arizona. He had lost his wife 2 years prior and admitted he'd stopped caring much about his health. His daughter brought him to see me, and among his many concerns was that his skin looked, in his own words, like a wrinkled paper bag. Robert was skeptical of everything I suggested, which I respected. But when I told him that the way he'd been taking his collagen supplement, in a capsule with breakfast, was dramatically undermining its effectiveness compared to dissolving it in warm water and drinking it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, he was willing to try. For months later, Robert told me he'd started getting compliments from people who thought he'd done something cosmetic. He hadn't. He had just changed the timing and delivery method. Here's the science. A groundbreaking study from the Journal of Medical Nutrition and Nutraceuticals, conducted with participants averaging 67 years of age, tested 3 delivery methods for collagen peptides: capsule with food, capsule without food, dissolved in water, consumed on an empty stomach. The water dissolved fasted delivery group showed 68% greater serum collagen peptide levels 2 hours after consumption compared to the capsule with food group. The reason relates to gastric transit time and pepsin activity. When collagen peptides are dissolved in water and enter an empty stomach, they encounter concentrated pepsin, the enzyme that breaks them into the specific peptides and tripeptides your body uses directly for skin repair. When they arrive in a capsule alongside a meal, they compete with food proteins for enzymatic attention, and absorption is significantly compromised. After the age of 75, your body loses approximately 35% of its digestive enzyme production compared to when you were 40. This is called digestive insufficiency, and it's one of the most underappreciated reasons why seniors often see little benefit from the supplements they take. The delivery method becomes as important as the supplement itself. How to use it? Use a high-quality bovine or marine collagen powder. Look for one that specifies type I and type 3 peptides on the label. These are the forms found in skin. Dissolve 10 to 15 grams, typically 1 scoop, in 8 to 12 ounces of warm water every single morning before eating anything. Warm water improves dissolution and slightly increases gastric blood flow, enhancing absorption further. The synergy tip: add a pinch, and I mean just a small pinch, of black pepper to your collagen water. Black pepper contains piperine, a compound that has been demonstrated to increase the absorption of protein-based compounds by up to 20% by temporarily relaxing the tight junctions in your intestinal wall, allowing more collagen peptides to pass into circulation. If the taste bothers you, half a teaspoon of raw honey masks it entirely without significantly affecting the fasted state benefit. And now, the one you've been waiting for. The item at number 1 on this list produced results so striking that trial participants' photos were questioned by the research team. This one genuinely surprised me, and I've read tens of thousands of pages of aging research over my career. Number 1, astragalus root tea water. And what I'm about to tell you goes far beyond collagen and skin. Astragalus membranaceus is a root that has been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years. And for most of modern medicine's history, Western researchers largely dismissed it as folk remedy. That changed dramatically in 2009 when scientists at the University of California, Los Angeles identified a compound within astragalus called cycloestragenol, which activates an enzyme called telomerase. I need to stop here and explain what that means, because this is arguably the most important biological discovery of the last 25 years as it relates to human aging. Every cell in your body contains chromosomes, and at the ends of each chromosome are protective caps called telomeres. Think of them like the plastic tips at the end of a shoelace. Every time your cells divide, those tips get slightly shorter. When they become too short, the cell can no longer divide properly. It becomes what scientists call a senescent cell, a zombie cell that stays in the body, secretes inflammatory chemicals, and damages surrounding tissue. This drives the visible signs of aging: wrinkled skin, loss of muscle mass, cognitive decline, weakened immunity. This process of telomere shortening is, in the most literal biological sense, the mechanism of aging itself. Telomerase is the enzyme that can actually lengthen telomeres. It rebuilds those protective tips. And cycloestragenol, the compound in astragalus root, is the only naturally occurring, orally bioavailable telomerase activator known to science. A study published in the journal Rejuvenation Research followed elderly participants consuming astragalus extract for 6 months. Researchers found statistically significant telomere lengthening in immune cells, a 43% reduction in the percentage of critically short telomeres. What the authors described as a reversal of cellular aging markers by the equivalent of several years. Several years, not months, years. And the photographs used in follow-up skin assessments prompted the research team to double-check their records because the change in skin quality appeared too dramatic to be credible without verification. Here's why this is so specifically relevant for people over 60. After 60, telomere shortening accelerates significantly, partly because of accumulated oxidative stress, partly because of chronic low-grade inflammation, a state researchers now call inflammaging, and partly because hormonal changes reduce the body's natural telomerase expression. The simultaneous loss of skin elasticity, collagen density, bone density, muscle mass, and cognitive sharpness is not a series of independent problems. It's one unified biological process, telomere attrition driving cellular senescence across every tissue in the body. How to prepare it correctly. Purchase dried astragalus root slices, not powder, not capsules, from a reputable herbal supplier. Simmer 4 to 6 grams of the dried root slices in 4 cups of water for 45 minutes on low heat. Do not boil vigorously, as high heat degrades cycloestragenol. Strain it, cool it, and drink 1 cup in the morning and 1 cup in the evening. Do this consistently for at least 90 days before assessing results. Changes in skin quality typically begin appearing around week 6 to 8. Because telomere biology operates on a longer time horizon than surface hydration, the deeper cellular regeneration takes 3 to 6 months of consistent use to fully manifest. The synergy tip for number 1 is the most important on this entire list. Astragalus cycloestragenol works most powerfully in a low-inflammation cellular environment. This means pairing your astragalus tea water with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA from fish oil, dramatically amplifies its effectiveness. EPA and DHA suppress the inflammatory cytokines that accelerate telomere erosion, essentially creating a protected environment in which the telomerase activated by cycloestragenol can work without being constantly undermined by inflammatory damage. Take 2 grams of a high-quality fish oil alongside your morning cup of astragalus tea. The combination, according to researchers at King's College London, produces synergistic anti-aging effects significantly beyond what either compound achieved independently. Let me be absolutely clear about something. You don't have to do all 5 of these at once. In fact, I don't recommend it. Start with 1. Master it. Make it a habit. Then add another. Here's what I suggest. If your main concern is visible wrinkles and skin texture, start with number 2, collagen peptide water every morning on an empty stomach. Pair it with lemon zest water throughout the day. If your concern is energy, inflammation, and overall aging, start with number 1, astragalus root tea and omega-3s. If you want fast, measurable hydration and antioxidant protection, start with number 3, molecular hydrogen water. The truth is, every single one of these works. The research is clear. The clinical outcomes are real. But consistency matters more than perfection. Drinking astragalus tea water for 3 days and then stopping won't do anything. Drinking it every single day for 6 months will change your biology. Your fibroblasts, your collagen, your telomeres, they're not designed to decline. They're waiting for the right signals. And the extraordinary truth about human biology that motivates everything I do is this. The body, given the right raw materials and the right conditions, always moves toward repair. Always. The research does not show a cutoff point beyond which restoration is impossible. It shows that at 60, at 70, at 85, the cellular machinery for renewal is still present, still capable, still responsive. It may need more support than it did at 30, but it's there, and you deserve to know that and to act on it. Your independence, your quality of life, the face you see in the mirror, these things are not fully decided yet. The decisions you make in your kitchen tomorrow morning are part of writing that story. And it is never, ever too late to change what the next chapter looks like. If this video gave you something genuinely useful today, please subscribe to this channel so you never miss the research that matters most to your health and your future. And I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 water additions are you most excited to try first? Leave your answer in the comments below, along with your age if you're comfortable sharing it, and I'll personally reply to as many of you as I possibly can. Your questions and experiences guide everything I make next. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Everything I've shared today is general medical information based on research and clinical experience.
Always consult your own physician before making any changes to your health routine, especially if you're on medications or managing chronic conditions.